Yesterday, that is in the last class, I have demonstrated Ohm's law experiment, how to connect the various components related to the Ohm's law experiment. This is the circuit diagram, whereas this one are the various components which are connected over. However, to recap, once again I am explaining how these are connected. Just follow the code and also the circuit diagram. First, battery positive to ammeter. This is battery. This is positive, red color, right? Today no power, so we are taking up now DC battery. Yesterday we have taken that eliminated battery ammeter. Today we are taking up this one. This is the red color means a positive one. Positive one is going to the ammeter positive here like this. Then after, observe carefully here, ammeter negative to the wire to which we have to find out the resistance per unit length. Then after, it is going to the rheostat. I told you this terminal you have to leave, we should not connect it now. We have to connect it here. So it has gone to rheostat. Again from the rheostat to the key. See this one from rheostat to key here. Again from the key to negative. This is there. Now circuit is clear. However, finally we have to connect voltmeter in parallel to the resistance wire. This is the voltmeter which we have connected parallel to the resistance wire. It is, you see here it is connected parallel like this and like this. Okay. And you have to remember one thing that ammeter is to be connected in series, whereas voltmeter is to be connected in parallel. Okay. Other things are also in series, just you can check. Now, I tell you how to take the readings. Yesterday I told you about the least count and the range. We are going to write those values here now in the table. First, we will take up the ammeter. Let us see this ammeter. It is starting from 0 and it is going up to 100 and that to milliammeter. It is not ammeter, it is a milliammeter. You see MA, small m, capital A is written. It means that it is a milliammeter. And range, it is starting from 0, it is going up to 100. Means 0 is the minimum, 100 is the maximum. So range of the ammeter is 0 to 100 milliamps. We will write it here, range of the given ammeter, that is 0 to 100 milliamps. So as it is written, you convert this into milliamps. In the blanks it was written as milliamps. Otherwise also you can write it of minus 3 amps. This is the range of the given ammeter. Now we go to the voltmeter. Just to see the voltmeter here. In the voltmeter, minimum is 0 and the maximum is here 1.5 volts. That is 0 to 1.5 volts. That is what you call the range of the given voltmeter, 0 to 1.5 volts. These are the readings you have to write it in your observation note. Next, we will go to the least count of the ammeter. Least count of the ammeter. Yesterday I told you how to find out the least count. Once again I tell you, listen carefully. First, the marked divisions you have to take up 0 and 20 here. Marked division means which is already written figures. 0 is also there, 20 is also there here. Between 0 and 20, how many divisions are there? 10 divisions are there. So 20 is divided by 10. The 20 is divided by 10 means how much you will get if you divide 20 by 10? You will get 2 milliamps. That is 2 milliamps. It is 0 to 20 divided by 10. It gives 2 milliamps. Means each small division gives 2 milliamps current. 2 milliamps current. This is what your least count is. In the same way, least count of the voltmeter also we will see. Marked divisions 0 and 0.25 divided by again 10 divisions. 0.25 divided by 10. 0.25 divided by 10, how much it will become? 0.025. 0.025 volts. This is what least count of the voltmeter. Okay. Now, zero error of ammeter. What is meant by zero error ammeter? Here, whenever current is not flowing to the ammeter and voltmeter, the needle has to show exactly at zero. Just see closely here, you will find out that this needle is at zero, this needle is also at zero. It means that no error. Sometimes either it will show right side of the zero or left side of the zero. Then we have to take the error here. Okay. So if it is showing zero error, just write it nil, nil. If zero error ammeter is nil, voltmeter is also nil. Automatically the correction also will become nil. So correction is nil, nil. That's all. These are the observations which we will take. Now we will start the experiment. Carefully, we will do the experiments and we will take the readings. I will explain 2 or 3 readings, remaining readings how to do in the individually in lab classes. Just you see here, after connecting of the network, you have to place this key in the plug like this. Then this voltmeter and the ammeter they start showing the current. First, you keep this rheostat, adjust this rheostat and see that they are varying or not. That is, readings are varying or not. Then only we can see that current is, circuit is properly connected. Circuit is properly connected. If you observe carefully, you will find that they are varying. If I move the rheostat like that, current is also increasing, voltage is also increasing. Means it is following the Ohm's law. So we can measure it. First, I keep this rheostat here with more resistance so that less amount of the current flows to this less amount of current. Here only most important thing we are going to do, here only it is to be carefully taken. Please take a close look at the milliammeter. What is the least count of the milliammeter? What is the least count of the milliammeter? 2 milliamps. So 2 milliamps. Each small division is 2 milliamps. Now you see after 40, it is having 5, 6, 7, 8 division. You have to see just from the front side exactly from the top of the ammeter so that there is no parallel step. I mean to say you have to see closely like this, not from this side. You have to look it straight like this. I mean to say you are not supposed to see like this or not supposed to see like this. To the ammeter. Just you have to do see exactly like this. Then you will find out that it is after 40, 5, 6, 7th division it is going. After 40, 7th division. 7 small divisions. 7 multiplied by 2 is how much? 14. 14 plus 40 how much? 54. Ammeter reading is 54. Here we write it ammeter reading is 54. That is, these milliamps. Remember, milli is mentioned as a 10 to the power of minus 3. Minus 3. Ampere. Okay, means it is 54 into 10 to the power of minus 3 ampere. Into the 54 milliampere. Now, corrected. What is meant by corrected? That is no correction here because no error. Therefore, same it will come. 54 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Then after, we will take a voltmeter reading. Voltmeter reading again, exactly we will see this one. And as I told, this point is 0.0258 small difference. Now, here it is exactly on 0.25. It is exactly on 0.25. That is marked division. So we will write it 0.25, 0.25. What is the unit here? You see, it is mentioned in voltage only. So it is to be written as a volt, already it is a volt. We need not write each and every observation because it is already written out. So no correction, this is 0.2. Then after, resistance we have to find out. To find out the resistance R E voltage, that is 0.25 divided by 54 into 10 to the power of minus 3. That you have to calculate and find out. In ended, you have to take the next reading. To take the next reading, what you have to do is that you have to change the position of the resistance rheostat in such a manner that it goes to the next reading. Earlier, now it is showing 54. Just to see that it moves like that, so that it goes to certain value. Let us say some round figure 60. Because drawing of the graph will be easier if you keep some round figures. It is coming now showing 60, exactly 60. Now, this ammeter reading 60 means write it here 16 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 3. So, no connection, therefore 16 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 3. For that 16 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 3, what is the voltmeter, corresponding voltmeter reading? You have to see here. So if you see again, I told you already how to see exactly from this one, just to have this one, and it is showing some after 0.25, it is showing second division. Second division means multiplied by 2 this one is having, multiply this one, multiply by 2 it will be 0.050. That is to be added to the earlier one. Just you see here, I am saying that 0.25, that is 0.050 is coming, that is 0.30 is coming up. It is coming to 0.30. So 0.30. That is 0.30. That is from the R is equal to now 0.30 by 60 into 10 to the power minus. In this way, you have to take 5 readings for different values of ammeter readings. For different values of ammeter reading, different values of voltmeter readings you will get it, and you have to divide and you will find out the value of that one. And then after you have to take the average, that average resistance multiplied by the length of wire. After the experiment, you take this wire, after the experiment and stretch it fully like this. Then after using the meter scale, you measure the length and note it down. Or otherwise, before the experiment also you can measure. Actually, I make it as a spring shape because in the experiment it will disturb it is a full length. So, length you have to note down. After finding out the average resistance, the average resistance divided by this length will give us resistance per unit length. However, we have to draw the graph and graph potential difference versus the current. From that also, you can find out the resistance and divide it by the length. You will get the resistance per unit length. Okay, are you all of you able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Can you do
Yes, sir.
yourself individually?